Hello, YouTube. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well and doing good. I'm hanging in there. By the way, I want to thank everyone who sent me their condolences, because it's not been an easy time for me right now. I lost one of my best friends. It was like a brother to me. Our lives paralleled, and I'm gonna miss him. And I know it's not an easy time for his wife, his children, and the rest of the family and friends. You know how it goes. But anyway, thank you anyway. I appreciate it. I just thought I'd give a small tribute to my good friend, pal, and bus buddy, Frederick Henry McLaurin, who I called just plain Fred, like everybody else. And I know it's not going to even do him justice about how I feel about him in my heart. But here goes. When I think of Fred, a few thoughts come into my mind. A good man and a good friend. When I say good man, I mean just that. A good man is about family, and he provides and takes care of his family. Fred was about family, and he did all he could to provide and take care of his own. Fred had such love for his wife and children and would do anything for them. Linda called Fred her papa. And when I was around and heard her speak that way, it touched my heart, the love and affection she would show him. As a friend, Fred is one of my best friends. We had so much in common. Fred often would say our lives paralleled. If he was going through something or the other, I usually had something similar going on with me. We could talk about anything, and when he was feeling down, I would try to lift him up, and he would do the same for me. Fred had the kindest heart and the gentlest soul and the patience of a saint. Fred had one particular quality I most admired. He had the biblical strength of Samson, but Fred's was on the insides. Inner strength from within to deal with what this world throws at you. And as I write this, I still am in shock of losing my friend. It's not easy to put in words how you feel for someone. There can only be one Fred that we all know. I call Fred a genius, and he is. Every Christmas for over 30 years, working on the ferocious fact sheet, straight out of Inglewood. Now, the ferocious fact sheet, Fred would put this thing together every year, every Christmas, and give it to his friends and family for free. Now, this book here contains everything from movies, TV, politics, everyday life that's going on within the world. I mean the world. And it's condensed and put together in alphabetical order from month to month in this beer booklet. And he would do this every year. And he would bring this to me. And sometimes another gift too. But this is what he would put together. And I tell you, it took a lot of time and patience. I never could do it. I never would try. But Fred did this.
Can you give an example of one of the things in there?
Okay, let's see. Let's see here. The last one he was able to do, was in 2016, because he was losing his sight from diabetes. And he wasn't able to collectively put all these things together like he used to. So this was the last one I received from him in 2016. And let's see. They got an article in here about the death of Muhammad Ali. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here it is. It chronicles the life and times of Muhammad Ali. And it's quite a bit. They got different pictures of Muhammad Ali and his family with Malcolm. That's with a picture of him with his children and Malcolm X sitting together back in the day. There's so many things that he would put together. The music. I mean, all and everything that was going on within, happening within the United States and the world, it was put together in this here book. And he put together this here every year, each year, for over 30 years. I knew Fred for over 25 years. I remember how we first met. I met him at 95th Street in the Dan Ryan bus station, waiting on our bus ride home after work. We would sit and talk as we made our way home on that long ride, because it was a long ride. It was over almost an hour and a half, 2 hours before we would get home. I mean, it's part way home. Anyway, one day, as we were sitting there, Fred felt sick because of his diabetes. And at this time, I had just met him, and I really didn't know him that well. And he asked me if I would get off the bus with him, and he was going to call his wife to pick us up. And even he knew, once we got off the bus, these suburban buses, you miss one, it don't come again for almost an hour later. And it was dark, and we was almost in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I got off. We got off. And I think Fred got a candy bar to help him a little bit with the sugar. And we waited. And after a while, his wife Linda showed up. And after that incident, we became the best of friends. He would always recall it and how I had just met him and I got off the bus with him. And I guess he would always say, I didn't have to do that, but I had to do it. It wasn't no thing to me, but it meant so much to him. And it just made him love me even more so. After that, we became bus buddies, as he would call me. Fred was one of my best friends. And in closing, all I have to say is this. Somewhere in heaven, I know Fred is there, and he's telling someone about the ferocious fact sheet. This is not goodbye, my friend, but see you later. Thank you for listening. Bye now.